counter. So they're going to be. But still, again, good experience, good last hits. Not really losing out. Nobody's really getting crushed. Setsu's starting to pull a little bit ahead of Nothing to Say in the mid lane, but I mean, it's Leshrac versus a Magnus. And it is what it is. BoBoKa, though, gets the first blood there on the Shiro. Snipes him with the tree toss as well. Why?
I'm hype about the Omni Knight that I'm seeing. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, no, he's been playing pretty well. It was about mid tier in the draft, so yeah, it was third. They picked it third actually. They went Omni Knight Disruptor as their kind of 1-2 punch in the second phase.
Well, one of them's not working out. The Disruptor. Yeah. The lower bracket is there. There's actually a bit of a gank attempt maybe happening on this top side here. Setsu's going in.
Yeah, they want to try and make this rotation. Beautiful shards comes in there from PYW as well, but that's a massive avalanche from BoBoKa. Wants to try and get a toss target. They get it on a PYW. Nothing to Say is here. He gets glimpsed all the way back. Not before the RP goes off, though. That means that Setsu gets to turn around. Has the shooter, and how much damage can he do? He's got a lot of this spread damage. Is it enough to get the kill on the JT? It's not, but Shiro eventually converts it into a kill, and xNova will go down as well from Why You Smile. But Shiro, he's starting to get this spree rolling. He's taking a lot of these stats, and he's getting a lot of this essence shifted his way.
Harpoon or something like that. Both are good. You just need to make sure you're not getting kited too heavily.
Oh. Speaking of the Magnus, he's been found out here. Blink, Boros Punch, as well as the Snowball. Beautiful swap save there from xNova, but now the glimpse goes in directly onto Nothing to Say. Nuke goes in, punches him in the face. They will use the Guardian Angel to try and keep Monet away. And they've done a lot of damage here, and they will just leave them be, especially with BoBoKa just walking in. Shiro, though, wants to try and get a lot of this essence being stolen. Going to go directly into the Shadow Dance, and they found out another with the glimpse as well. Why You Smell just being on the aggressive. He's able to find out BoBoKa, but it looks like they found a tasty morsel in Monet. They found out the Gyrocopter. He gets caught by the Slark and taken down as well.
And BoBoKa as well. I mean, the advantage of having an Arcane Rune on a Disruptor with maxed out.
So there's going to be a Roche that comes up for LGD, and G2.IG will go Torment Us. They get the shard onto xNova, so the bouncing
pretty good one.
Magic Missile. It's not too bad, not too bad. And Ag's picked up now for Monet as well. So I think that's the important one. Ags is now being picked up by Monet, so he's going to increase his farming speed by a shitload. Oh, PYW, he just goes in, directly balls to the wall. Magic Missile bounce does not matter, especially when you take down the Vengeful Spirit, and they will kill Monet. As soon as we talk about him, he just seems to die. And LGD, they have just turned it up to 11.
Catch someone out. Is he going to be able to catch out JT here? He's just able to get out of range. Well, maybe not. They see him. Oh, what?
Did that push him to the low ground?
Yep.
He uses the BKB, so he has to try and fight. They do have some homies coming in. Beautiful RP coming in from Nothing to Say, but they've got the response here from the Disruptor. Look at the damage that comes in from the Skewer as well. They've been able to take down Setsu in the Aegis. But can they turn and fight to take down this Leshrac one more time? Everybody's oh so low. JT gets swapped out by xNova. They're going to have another Magic Missile, so they get rid of the Leshrac. With PYW dead as well, that means the G2.IG, they can walk out of here. Monet, yes, he needs to TP back into the base, but no, will take the free kill on BoBoKa.
Kind of understand how impactful that overcommittal can be. They see Shiro, though.
Oh, they're going to go there onto Shiro. He does get the Shadow Dance off, though.
Just the wrong order behind everything.
Yep. So they weren't able to commit there onto the Slark. They got close. As you said, not getting the Orchid. A little bit of misordering. Did BoBoKa avalanche him at all? I don't think he did.
It was a toss to start with.
Yeah. So I thought maybe with the like if he tossed and then got himself an avalanche.
Got the Orca this time on the Slark.
Okay, they found him out with the RP as well. They don't have any way to save the Slark, so he just goes down.
Yeah, that's a big mistake coming through from Shiro. LGD could run away at any point. And I feel like now with JT having the Satanic, maybe you can bait a few things out.
Oh, I mean, they tried to bait out the BKB coming in from JT. Now PYW is going to snowball away. Shiro gets oh so low, goes directly in on top of Monet. That is not what you want to see if you are the Gyrocopter player right now. Nothing to Say, does a lot of damage with the RP, but it's not going to be enough, especially with the punch into the air, so they will lose their Magnus. And with more glimpses back going in onto Monet, he doesn't have the BKB. He's dead as well, and LGD, in the blink of an eye, have absolutely eviscerated G2.IG, and it's probably going to take 2 lanes here.
it meant that it was a little bit of a misplay there from JT. He ended up using the static link onto one of the Tusk illusions coming through. So, yeah, didn't steal any damage away from Shiro as they're going to go in even further.
Yeah, they found BoBoKa here and Nu. He's got this Kanda, so he does a lot of damage with the Hammer of Purity. He will lose a bit of damage there to JT. JT doesn't get kicked back, though. He will get kicked towards his tier 4 towers, but PYW isn't able to deliver his team an extra kill. The Satanic gets used, and the first set of barracks goes down as well, and this will be... Yeah, they've got enough time for 2 here. They don't have enough time for 3, though.
Still got Setsu there on the front lines with a Wind Waker, with a Tusk backing him up. Just let the Diabolic Edict do the work.
Yeah, they're just spamming through with a lot of these Split Earths as well with the Aghanim Shard. It's also hard for G2.IG to try and get themselves close. You've got Shiro who can constantly fall back, reset, getting himself a lot of HP. That's a big RP to be able to catch out 2 there.
Didn't even RP.
Oh, it was just a flat-out skewer. All right, nothing to say. Catches 2. So they don't have the Tusk for this, and this means that LGD, they have to fall back and wait for their homies to reach. Well, G2.IG, they have started to make a little bit of a mistake. They moved away, and Setsu was able to walk up and take that tier 3 tower for free. They still do have this range racks to try and play around with. Nothing to say. Tries his best. Nullify goes in onto Setsu. He gets absolutely evaporated, but beautiful Depth Shroud there coming in from Shiro. Gets Setsu back to full HP. The kick goes out from JT. RP into the backline there onto Nu. They do the damage there from Monet. They've been able to take down one of the LGD members. Can they trade it out without losing their lives? No, Shiro, beautiful Split Earth comes in there from the Aghanim Shard. Monet goes up into the air from the Niva's Feather, but it's not going to be enough. He's able to stand there and right-click, but he gets right-clicked himself. Loses his life, buys back into this fight. Ultra kill comes in from Setsu. That is a dieback from 2 members of G2.IG, but it looks like they might be able to at least kick LGD out of their base. Nu's back in here, wants to deal the damage, goes in with the Guardian Angel, has to try and take down JT, doesn't get close enough to him. The Glimpse is back and enough to take down the Razor, another hero with the dieback on G2.IG. And this could be all she wrote for G2 in this first game.
More importantly, Nu, the absolute heartless bastard. Your Hammer of Purity in, no buybacks on 3 heroes. It's just the Monet and xNova show, and I don't think anyone's going to walk close enough to that fountain to get swapped back inside of it.
Yeah, they're going to try and walk out here. xNova, though, goes inside of the Ghost Scepter with the Ags. They will swap around and they'll drop the Gs, and that is game number 1. 50 minutes, the longest game that we've had over these last couple of days here, Matt. And they get it done. LGD, they come out with a good draft. I like the way that they drafted. They had a cool idea with these more unique heroes in the Omni Knight and the Tusk, and they executed it well. I think that's the biggest thing for me is their execution.
But the DK, but even like
if you win the mental battle within the first 5 minutes, that's the easiest way to break people. Like that is when most people, well, I mean, most of the tilters who would like break items or like throw or whatever, that's when they're most likely to do it.
As support, that's all I have. As well, xNova once again showing the godliness of the Disruptor with another glimpse back onto the Mirana pre-leap.
He could glimpse him back to
not in the lane. He's doing the right thing, looking to play around the rest of the team, maybe enable the Ember Spirit a little bit. As well, speaking of Ember, looking to make a bit of a play here.
Oh, amplify damage rune. It was the Stampede that maybe could have helped BoBoKa there, but too much damage from the Sleight of Fist coming in from Setsu. I believe that's a maxed out Sleight of Fist. Yeah, 4 levels into it. JT. They have the chains as well. Oh, beautiful timing there from JT. But they still have the Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains combo, and the arrow as well from PYW. There was a crit wave coming into that. Did not matter. And LGD, they put themselves ahead, and now
is if anyone even attempts to reprimand Setsu for what he's got in his quick buy in the double deso, because I think it's a really good idea in theory, right? You're against 3 squishy int heroes as or bottom side. Is Shiro okay? I think he is.
Or
maybe no.
They have the Hex.
No finger.
Oh, okay. They're gonna leave him be. He's going to make a rotation here. That's a big static form kinetic field combo, so that means that the Weaver is not able to get that time lapse going. Now the finger's up and available here for BoBoKa. They're going to come back in with a glimpse as well. They aren't able to get the kill there onto any more of these heroes. There's a lot of members from G2.IG. The finger goes in, and BoBoKa says no. Beautiful Sleight of Fist dodge there onto the stun on JT. The tower, is it enough? Yes, JT gets away. So it's 5 heroes from G2.IG, and because Nu has been so neutered in this game, he can't.
Oh, hold on. Found the coddle.
Oh.
That is a big misplay. I mean, they would have been thinking, like, where is the team?
And now there's going to be a bit of a team fight that's going to go in, and now it's just two supports. They finger a death onto the Mirana. They're going to static storm onto the Abaddon. Now Setsu comes into the backline here. Oh, no, that is not the blink that you want to be doing, brother. And he gets saved by the glimpse. Yep. Setsu, though, he's the one that's in a little bit of trouble here. He has to be very, very careful. He does have the Yule set to try and get himself away from a little bit more of this extra damage. Now with Why You Smile in the area, he's safe. So, oh, that was, yeah. Two mistakes in a row there from G2.IG, and I mean, LGD, they capitalized.
Oh, well then.
Yeah, that was a very interesting blink. And speaking of interesting blinks, JT directly on top of Setsu. He doesn't get anything off. And now they get the vision with the glimpse there on the PYW. The Orchid comes in as well, and the Mirana is 100% dead.
No glyph.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of damage to this Tier 2 tower, potentially losing a Tier 2 at 16 minutes into the game.
Mm-hmm. Aggressive play wins games. That's all I'm going to say about that. As nothing to say, even going to be able to, with that boots of travel, address some of the issues in the other lanes, right? It just makes be looking to make the jump on. JT's there.
Yeah, they will open up with the Aphotic Shield, though. JT spinning around on the circle. They're doing a lot of damage here towards the Dragonite. He gets himself stuck inside the Static Storm Kinetic Field combo. But they're happy for now to keep this fight rolling, Nu. Going to that older dragon form, PYW gets silenced up as well, so PYW is going to pay the price.
It's a lot used for not much, though. I feel like you'd want much more than just a kill onto a Mirana.
Oh, Nu, you need to be careful. Oh, look at how much speed Nothing to Say has. Yes, he's found out why you smile. So you're probably pretty happy with that instead of it being Nu. Especially if he starts getting himself a little bit away here. They're starting to buy a little bit of this extra time, and extra time needed for Shiro. So, I mean, it's not the worst, right? Like, yes, they lose two heroes.
You recognize the fact that they are wanting to play aggressively, because look at Monet. He is just taking this bottom tier 2 tower for free. This is a big amp damage rune, though.
Shiro, he's been found. He gets the time-lapse off as well as the BKB, so now this fight can begin. They've got a lot of damage here. Setsu comes in with the Desolator and says, see you later, to Nothing to Say. Now Monet, though, he's the scary one you have to be careful of. As you said, Amplified Damage Rune, very, very scary here for Setsu. Got a little bit of Kale on our end, but we're still going to fight through it, much like a G2.IG are trying to right now. They are doing a lot of damage. Beautiful kinetic field there coming in from xNova, but look at the damage that comes in. Setsu goes in with the Sleight of Fist, gets the dodge on the Who Stomp, and PYW from downtown. LGD, magnifique, all off the back of Shiro.
Where they feel safest, which is going to be completely away from Motion. I wonder if they're, they can actually just look to set up on the dire side of the map if they want, but it means that they're so split.
Big glimpse comes in. Why you smile? Gets caught out. So they're probably going to lose the Abaddon here. He does have a little bit of this extra time to get through them, but Monet will take down Why You Smile. Roche is making his way over to the dire side, and Shiro, being left on an island, does not want to try and fight G2.IG as they go into that pit.
I'm not sure if you... I mean, I guess they would do this, but apparently not.
Yeah, LGD, they're either none the wiser or don't want to contest it. They're cutting a lot of these creep waves, so... leads me to believe that they just want to try and get a little bit more farm on the map, deal with an Aegis, try and play these next 5 or so minutes with an extra life on the Terrorblade. Just look at it's so dumb, bro. It's so dumb. Oh, Setsu. They found out. They've got the Orchid. Does have the BKB. He's going to use himself up into the air, though. He wants to try and get himself away. BKB TP away.
Oh, God. How much damage was that?
Daedalus TB, baby. Burns through him.
Daedalus hit 995 damage in a single right. God damn.
Yeah, TB did 2k damage in the amount of time that he hit him. So, yeah, Setsu's a little upset about that one. Mana Drain's a pretty good ability, man. I mean, he didn't have the mana to jump back, and BoBoKa found another. He wants to give him the tiddly tap, and he does. So he takes down the Mirana of PYW, and Why You Smile, he's been caught as well by the Ignis Fartouche. They haven't been able to get the kill on the Abaddon just yet, and they will eventually clean it up with Monet going into the base in the Metamorphosis, and so looking like game 3 o'clock.
I mean, it looks like a replay of game one, just with how the plays have happened, right? We saw JT not really able to make too many plays, playing away from the rest of his team quite a bit, and I kind of feel like that's how new. Here we go. This would be the big jump that they need. They would love to catch BoBoKa.
Oh, he hit a creep.
Yeah.
Oh, new stun to creep. No, if you looked at Dota Labs, you should be able to get an option for that, mate. But either way, this fight has broken out, and with the BKBs being punished, it is now new going very, very low. Setsu wants to try and take down xNova. He does do a lot of damage in the background here. PYW wants to take down BoBoKa, but with Setsu going down, they don't have the damage just yet. Where is Shiro? Where is the damage from this Weaver? It's just not there in time. And they've taken down both of the supports, and PYW will be the third to fall for LGD. And they just can't complete the kills that they needed. New. Oh, I don't know what changed between game 1 and game 2, but he is... Yeah, they don't really have good ways of keeping this Ember Spirit safe. So it's all about how Setsu wants to play this game. And if he plays immaculately, then maybe they might have a glimmer of hope. But Monet's going to walk up. He has the Aegis. The Ignis is just going to stand there as well. Shiro gets caught out with the Hoof Stomp. But they've got a lot of saves to try and keep him alive. That gives them enough space to be able to walk in and take this tower as well. They're going to use the Sunder from Monet. Again, just trying to stay here for as long as possible. Big arrow there from PYW. Do they have the damage? They're going towards the backline. Beautiful Hex comes out there from NothingToSay. It means that Monet is able to stand up and deal the damage into Nu. This Dragonite is oh so low. This Dragonite is oh so dead. And there is nothing for them to be able to play around with right now. Monet still standing tall with like a sliver of HP. He has the Aegis to play around with, and they just want to stand and fight. They eventually get it done off the buyback of Nu. Is this fight going to continue here? G2.IG
just out of mana.
Yeah, they would love to retreat and get out, and they do get that. And there's only one lane of rack standing between
JT to go for the jump. Don't think they have a smoke, but they do have, I want to say, the Aghanim Sept completed now for xNova. So you have to be very, very careful about your positioning.
Yep, they're going to go in. They want to try and take down Monet. How much damage do they have? They've got enough. So they've taken down the Terror Blade, and they've just popped all of their BKBs at once, and IG have to run away. They want to try and get this kill here on a JT. They get it with the Dragon Tail, so Nu redeemed himself from that from the creep stun. And now
the difference there was just the Mirana was able to get a stun off. You know, it's not exactly the most reliable hero to be able to find Monet.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were gonna bait it for a little bit. Maybe bait Setsu. Speaking of Setsu,
static.
He has no, it's the Ag Static Storm. It's all too good. Now they're going to have to buy back here. Setsu comes in. Monet just dies. Shiro does the damage. So the Weaver's strong enough, and same with JT. There's so much damage that goes in now, and I think things have turned on their head here, Mr. Danog. We might be looking at something of a potential comeback, because LGD, that was like the perfect initiation. They got themselves directly on a Setsu, and I think they've completely forgotten that Dragonite and Weaver exist, because so have I. I completely forgot Shiro exists, and look at how much net worth and how much damage he does now. He's got a Rapier.
Yep. I mean, he just bought the Rapier, but he just got to level 25 prior to that team fight, so he had the extra Geminate attack. That was all without Setsu as well, so you didn't have the Desolator providing that damage. You didn't have the crit. You didn't even have the Glassify doing the extra damage there onto the TB. Luckily for them, they have buyback on TB, but not on these two other heroes. I think they're going to be forced in tier 4s here. Not even worrying about the racks, just trying to bait out some buybacks.
Well, look at the damage the Rapier does.
Yeah.
Okay, it's buyback time here from Monet, but they're going to get a lane of racks.
Yeah, just on one, though, and really the only control that you're worried about is the Lion, so I'm sure that's just what they're keeping track of. Where is BoBoKa?
And now BoBoKa comes in. Look at the damage that they're doing. They have no glyph as well. IG, I think they could have just lost. That's a big stun that comes in there from BoBoKa. They're trying to keep Shiro locked down, but he's putting his attention onto the Ancient. Same with Setsu as well. So low. He needs to get the glyphs back. He doesn't get it done. The Rapier's on the ground. Monet boards back. Look at how much HP the Ancient has. It's going to die. 58 HP. They get it done. LGD. Oh my goodness.
Finishing with a 30% win probability with a 5k net worth.